Hey guys, this is Jake Griff, and welcome back to the Blog of Pain. I'm doing this one. I've gone out of my way to tear myself away from the game to do this one because I wanted to do a blog the first time I really got stuck, and it's finally happened. Ironically enough, it's happened in an area where the enemies that when they die, they make a very distinct sound, which is the same sound that the Silver Knights made in Anor Londo, and that was the place that I got motherfucking stuck in Dark Souls 1. Um, I'm in a place called the Iron Keep, which is a lava flooded castle filled with very, very powerful enemies that take multiple. They're really fucking strong. I've had to upgrade my weapons several times just to stand any chance at all. And there's an area where when you walk out, you have to cross a bridge, and it's a goddamn field of fire with four knights with great bows just shooting at you for fun. And then when you get up close to them, they pull out these motherfucking lightning katanas, and they can shove you right off the edge and send you down into the lava. And that's not even what's gotten me so frustrated. What's gotten me so frustrated is the boss and the weapon that I found in this area. And player selfishness. I'm going to talk a lot about that today. Okay, so the boss in this area, who's pissing me off 5 times more than he should because he is in fact optional. So that's probably the reason he's very hard. And if I decide not to fight him, I have backed down. So it's like the game really wins. And that's playing stupid mind games with me. But he's an enemy called the Smelter Demon. And there's nothing particularly special about him except that he does a shit ton of damage. And in the latter 2/3 of the fight, he radiates with fire, which does damage over time. Um, which is, I mean, whatever. But the biggest issue is that I can't fight him by myself because of the weird hitboxes that are going on in this battle. With the weapon I have, which is the Claymore, the best attack I have is a forward thrust because it sticks the sword out really far, gives me nice reach, allows me to stab and then back away or roll away and not get my ass handed to me by his follow-up swipe. And I can see the sword going into his leg, and the hitboxes say, not a hit. They're not registering. So the hit detection in this particular boss battle is really bad. I have to press my character against the boss and then stab him to register as any hit whatsoever. So that's really bad. And he's not supposed to be fought in melee. It turns out he's a boss that's designed to be fought at range, which is fine. I have that lightning miracle, but that's not enough to kill him by myself. So I need to summon in help. I know this because the first time I fought this boss, I was summoned as a phantom to help another player because I did a recon in force. I dropped my summon sign. I went in there with this guy. We summoned another player. We fought the boss. We still barely won. With 3 of us, we barely won. And then I was like, okay, now I'll go into human form, get rid of my curse, summon in some phantoms, do this myself. There's no summon signs anywhere. I cannot find fucking summon signs anywhere in this goddamn area. And it's not because I'm too high a level, because I can be summoned immediately. And the rules are the same both ways. If I drop my summon sign, I'm summoned within 10 seconds because players know they need help, but no one's helping each other. Players are being selfish as fuck. They're accepting summons, they're beating this boss, and then they're running out of the area and they're not looking back. They're not coming back to drop their sign to pay back the community for fucking helping them out. Which is exactly what I do. When I beat a boss, if I summon help, I stick around and I fight him 3, 4 more times. Just dropping my sign to pay people back for helping me. and it's not in this area. All the signs that I have seen, I'll spot them. They'll be like really fucking far away, and I'll run over there to summon the person. And by the time I get there, it either disappears or I try to summon it, and the game says this summon sign has been used. And I'm not going to be able to beat this guy by myself, not with the weapon that I was using. And then I got a little bit of hope, because I found another weapon. I found my favorite weapon from Dark Souls 1. I found the Zweihander, which is this enormous ultra great sword that was really, really strong, had really good scaling, and had an amazing moveset. It was the best weapon in Dark Souls 1. I don't care what everybody else on the internet says about the Lucerne and the Claymore and all this other dex weapon bullshit. No, it was the Zweihander. That thing was the best. And it has been ruined. They have destroyed that weapon utterly. It is still horrendously powerful, but its moveset is now ruined. It used to be the overhead strong attack was you would pull the weapon up, and then you would immediately do it again if you hit the button a second time. Now, the first attack is the same, but then it gets stuck in the ground, and your second attack is your character fucking turns around and attacks behind him at nothing. There's nothing back there ever. And no matter how close you are to the enemy in front of you, you'd think him pulling it up, it would like hit them up the middle and they'd take another hit. No, there's no hitbox for that attack in the front. Enemies, it always misses them 100% of the time. So it's a worthless attack. All it does is open you for damage, which you will take 100% of the fucking time. And it's not even that bad. The game is built around you being able to lock onto an opponent and strafe around them. Try to walk in circles, back up while facing them, all the while knowing that the second you hit the attack button, he will aim at that enemy and go forward. Not with the Zweihander. And I don't know why they did it. Now, if you are backing up and you hit the attack button, he doesn't prioritize what you're locked onto. He fucking turns around and attacks behind him. There isn't a single weapon in the game that I have found, and I have used over 35 weapons at this point to test their movesets, that does that. That is the one and only weapon I've discovered where your character will, against your will, turn his fucking ass around when you are locked onto an opponent who is up in front of you. Normally, to do that, you must cancel the lock on so that you can turn and run. So they have taken the best weapon in the game and turned it into probably the worst. It is a death trap of a sword. And I needed it. I needed its reach and its power so badly to help me against this boss fight, and it's trash. I am so fucking disappointed in the designers that they would do that they would ruin one of the best weapons. A weapon you can only get once anyway. You can only get one of these. So if you fuck up on your upgrade path, you ruined the weapon forever. And they ruined it from the get-go with the moveset. So yeah. This is a really bad position to be in when you're playing Dark Souls, because this is what the game tries to do to you. It puts the bonfires in positions deliberately so that you can never just go to a boss fight. You always have to fight through all of the enemies, and it's always a lot of them. It's not always every enemy in the level, but it's always a lot of the enemies for you to get back from the bonfire after you died back to the boss fight. And when you hit the point where I'm at, you're so frustrated that you don't fucking want to fight those bastards anymore. You want to bypass them, and you can't. So you're trying to kill them as fast as you can, and that leads to you being sloppy and making a ton of mistakes and just dying again, and never making it back to the boss fight, and losing your souls again and again and again and again and again. And it is the most frustrating goddamn thing ever because I cannot find a single other motherfucking player to come in there and fucking help me because they are all either bypassing this boss or not dropping their summon signs. But if I drop it, they pick it up in an instant like the selfish assholes that they are. The only summon signs I can find are red, which is a trap. That's an enemy who wants you to summon him so he can kill you. Yeah, I need to take a break from this game because I'm going to break it. At this point, I need to step away and calm down and figure out another way to get through here because the weapons that I have aren't gonna fucking do it. But I'm not gonna skip this boss. I'm not gonna accept he's optional. I don't have to fight him. No, fuck that. I'm killing this boss. I don't care how long it takes me. I just have to figure out how, because apparently with the weapons I have now, I can't. So, this is Jay Griff on the Blog of Pain. Thanks for listening, guys.